Namaskar. To maintain the continuity of our series on Maharaj's blessings, Baba Neeb Karori Maharaj, who's my deity, blessings on all of us, and how he blesses with giving you those kind of experiences which you learn, and how his statements are so relevant to the experiences which you get. In continuation of our journey which I was having with my family members in Nainital, we had already decided, I had narrated this incident to you in the past video, and while we reached the temple, it was the closing hours of the temple, and we had a wonderful darshan of all the deities and the surrounding places. There's a very important point to be noted. The history of this place is very important and unique, as this was actually before turning it into a worship place, it was actually a crematorium for children. And the whole place, it is on a hill. The whole hill used to have frequent landslides, and while discussing this and while getting nourished by Gurudev Baba C.S. Sharma's explanation, narratives, and all these aspects of Maharaj's doings, we understood that how Maharaj used to just climb up the hill while having those landslides, while it was so difficult for the rest of the people to even walk one step so swiftly and smartly. And while Maharaj used to just climb up, and he used to shout from the top of the hill that all have become so weak and all have become so old, they don't know even how to walk and climb the hill. I mean, how are they going to live the future in the future? And there's a very important point. There is a place where you can see the sunset, which is very divine. So we had the experience of experiencing that divine sunset, and we also had the darshan. While we were having darshan, there was again that booming voice of Gurudev, who kept on asking, okay, fine, the temple is getting close, get out of the temple now, you've had darshan, your wishes have been fulfilled, now go out. Now while we were coming back, suddenly he appeared, and he said, okay, fine, there is no issues, you can have you can spend long hours here, there's no issue. So he said, the moment before you were talking about that we must move out, the temple is getting close, now you're saying that you can have as many hours. He said, oh, don't worry, nobody is going to say anything to you, you have darshan. And we kept on, we were really very happy, and we had the darshan of the temple with full satisfaction, and none of the staffs actually asked us to leave the premises. It was really a very divine experience. And then when we were coming out of the temple after having that experience, suddenly a gentleman came, and he said, which happened to be one of the staff of the temple, he said, how come you're coming out of the temple is already closed, and you have, even the doors are not locked, I mean, how come, what is this? I said, we were never told, none of the staff told us what, we don't even know the timings. They said, you see, the board is right here, you can read very properly, the temple is already closed, half an hour back. So how, were you locked inside? I said, no, all the doors were opened, and we kept on having darshan. He said, never mind, now that you have had darshan, you come out. And when we came out of the premises, he locked the door in front of us. So this was one very small but a very nourishing and enriching experience of Baba Neeb Karori. And then when we came out, we realized that while going back to our place where we had stayed in Nainital, we realized that the keys of my brother's car had been left inside, and the door has been locked from outside. We will continue with this narration of this, because every moment here was an experience. So I'll explain this in the next video.